Let us not forget everything that happens. It's by the will of Allah. Holy will. It's time to unite and stand, and we will be the best amongst men. It's not time to be extreme or do the unthinkable, but to stand together as one. Tune into Sunnah followers, stream it every day, various platforms. Trust me, you'll find a way. Sunnah followers. It all begins.
Assalamu alaikum. Sunnah Followers, in association with Aris Institute, presents to you an intensive foundation in Islamic studies. We welcome Dr. Ibrahim Jamali, who will be teaching the Aqidah and the Seerah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern, streaming right here on Sunnah Followers.
Living in this dunya to the believer is a prison. Living in this dunya to the believer is a prison. Living in this dunya to the believer is a prison. Only way we'll make it is Quran. Living in this dunya to the believer is a prison. Living in this dunya to the believer is a prison. Living in this dunya to the believer is a prison. Only way we'll make it is Quran. Living in this dunya to the believer is a prison. Wake up in the morning, hands and feet get wet, my Lord. Get wet, get wet, my Lord. Wet, my Lord. Wet, my Lord. Wake up in the morning, hands and feet get wet. Getting ready for our conversation, deep and in depth. Obligations are serious and need to be met, so I prepare so I won't forget. Go ahead and make a good intention. Yeah, yeah. You can wrap up some good deeds. Yeah, make a donation to the side and go from left to make it right. Just remember and don't lose sight. Jannah is the goal. Jannah is the goal. Jannah is the goal. You just need to stay away. And you just need to stay away. Stay away today. There's a heavy price to pay. Stay away, stay away, stay away. Wait, you just need to stay away. Limitation. You just need to stay away. Limitation. Stay away today. There's a heavy price to pay. Stay away, stay away, stay away. You will make it through. The fitrah is awake in you. With Quran and Sunnah by your side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through. You will make it through. The fitrah is awake in you. With Quran and Sunnah on his side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through. With Quran and Sunnah on his side, here's a place where it will thrive. You will make it through.
Okay, inshallah, you guys can hear me on the social platform. Inna alhamdulillah wa salat wa salam ala wa rasulallah. I want to welcome everybody here to our class for today, our Aqidah class. This is the most important class of all that we teach here at Sunnah Followers. Of course, this is the class that is what matters. Because if your belief system is not correct, then none of your good deeds are accepted. No matter how many prayers you've spent your life performing, if you do not truly believe La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, none of your good deeds are accepted, and you will be the bankrupt person on the day of judgment who will be in the hellfire. It's a scary thing. It's supposed to be scary. So let me just give you guys a quiz right quick. Just a couple of questions I want to start us off with today. First of all, who can tell us when we as Muslims testify to La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, what are we pledging? Can anyone answer that? What are we testifying to? And what are we pledging? Who can answer that?
I'm testifying that there's no God but Allah that needs to be worshipped. I have allegiance with that God, with Allah. I will follow his rules and regulations. And I believe that the last prophet, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is the seal of all the prophets. He's the one that completed his job, whereas no other prophet did. And Allah created him just for that purpose. Alhamdulillah.
Okay, what do you guys think about her answer? Well, his brother on the screen typed, "Good night, assalamu alaikum," and he left. What happened, Brother David? I start off with a quiz and y'all get scared and leave. He said, "Good night," and he left. Her answer is not complete. Would anybody else like to tell us? When we testify to La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, what are we testifying to? And what are we pledging?
Her answer was missing the part about...
I don't want you to tell me her answer. Give me yours.
Okay, well then, we're pledging allegiance to Allah, to the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, to all believing Muslims. We believe in the angels. We believe in Allah's judgment. We believe in the day of judgment. We believe in... there was one more thing, but yeah.
What you guys think about her answer?
Prophets? Oh, I understand what you're saying, Layla. Okay, I could have said that.
Well, you didn't. Anybody else want to try and get it right? Get off the microphone, filibustering. Thank you. You blew it. Have a good day. Try again tomorrow. Anybody else?
Whenever we're testifying, we are testifying that we are declaring that there's nothing worthy of worship but Allah, and that we believe in everything that Allah commanded us to believe in. For example, his angels, his book, his prophet, the day of judgment, the day of resurrection, everything Allah told us about. Also about the paradise of the unseen, what happens in the grave, about hell. And we testify that we accept all these laws and rules, and we obey him in everything that he got us to. We also testify that we will do all the obligation that he imposed upon us. We also testify that our allegiance is only to Allah and to the Prophet and to the believing Muslims wherever they are.
Okay, what do you guys think about her answer? Hers
Into the religion of Islam.
exact. Oh, thank you. Mina's back. How you feeling, Mina? You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Alhamdulillah. May Allah bless you and your family. I mean, yeah, mashallah, that last answer was better. And like I said, I'm going to keep asking that question until we get it right the first time. And I want you guys to remember that when people ask you, what do you believe as Muslims? What is your testimony? What are you testifying to? Where's your allegiance? Then we should tell them we believe that Allah, the creator, he is the only one worthy of worship. And we believe in all his angels, all his books, all his prophets. We believe in the last hour, the day of judgment, and everything Allah has told us about it. And we also believe that nothing happens, good or evil, unless Allah wills it. And that belief comes along with a pledge of allegiance. As Muslims, our allegiance is to Allah and to his prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and to the Muslims on earth, no matter what color they are, what country they live in, what language they speak. And our allegiance is to the religion of Islam. That's what La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam entails. And we can understand the first part of that shahada. When we started this journey dealing with this masterpiece collection known as the trilogy, written by Sheikh Kareem Abu Zayd, may Allah forgive him of his sins. May Allah make him amongst the righteous in this world and the righteous in the hereafter. Ameen. And may this series be a barakah for him that will get him through the grave. Subhanallah. This book, this series, it's a masterpiece. Because if you can walk away understanding this trilogy, your aqidah is correct. And you will find yourself so strong in your faith. You will be resilient. You will be just like those companions because they understood all of this. They lived this. This is what made them the best of the best. This is what will make them of those 75,000 that will not even have to be held accountable for their actions because they were that strong and that certain in their belief. No one could cause them to question what they knew about their religion. They would never think to compromise their faith for anything. So it's easier for us to say that we believe in Allah's angels and all of that stuff because it's part of the unseen world. You ain't tested with it enough. But the second part of that testimony of faith, that's where we lose it. The second part, which entails having allegiance and disassociation. When we say that we show disassociation, that we believe in disassociation, what is it about disassociation that we believe, guys? When we say as Muslims, we disassociate, what do we disassociate from, in other words? Simple question. Who can answer that?
We're disassociating against anything that contradicts this religion.
Exactly.
Allah's laws.
In a nutshell, y'all see how Mina answered that? In a nutshell, we are saying that we disassociate from anything that contradicts our religious beliefs. Okay? So let's see how well you understand that. Let me put you to the test. Wait a minute. Sounds like one of my cats is locked up and trying to get out of. He might be locked in the bathroom. And if he is, he can just stay in there because he shouldn't have went in the bathroom. I keep telling, that's that bad cat. Oh, yeah, that's him. He's locked in the bathroom. Stay in there. Okay, what do you guys think about this? You're in Saudi Arabia. You're in Saudi Arabia on vacation. And there's a festival going on outside. And you're wondering, what is this festival about? And they're telling you, they say, well, it's just a festival that we have every year. So you ask, what kind of festival? Oh, it's just a festival that we just do for the children. So the children can just have a day to have fun. Is there anything wrong with that? What do you guys think? Just a festival that we put on once a year for the kids to have fun. Is there anything wrong with that in Islam? What do you think?
I don't think there's nothing wrong with it.
Why not?
Because it ain't got nothing to do with no Islam. It ain't got nothing to do with Allah. It's just something that you're doing for the kids.
Okay, what do you guys think about her answer? What do you guys think about her answer? It's not.
I agree.
Okay, so this doesn't impede on. It's not anything that's unlawful, does it? It's not impeding on anything that's unlawful. It doesn't entail worshiping anything. Okay. Does it impede upon allegiance to anything? Does it interfere with our allegiance to Allah or our allegiance to the Prophet or our allegiance to the Muslims or the religion? No. So there's nothing wrong with that. Having a festival once a year just for the kids to come out and have fun. What about this? You're visiting in Saudi Arabia. There's a festival going on. So you run outside and you ask, what's this festival about? Oh, this is known as the Festival of Lights. What is the Festival of Lights? It signifies when the city of Riyadh received its lights for the first time. So we celebrate it by setting off lights every year because it commemorates the day that we got lights in Riyadh. Is there anything wrong with that?
Yes, there's something wrong with that because our allegiance is not with the city of Riyadh. Our allegiance is to the Muslims.
The people of Riyadh are Muslims. Those are Muslims. That's when the Muslims got lights. Okay. Anybody else?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just lights. It has nothing to do with nothing.
Okay. Yeah, that's nothing. Right. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. What about this? You're in America. And this today is Groundhog Day. What is Groundhog Day? Groundhog Day is the day every year that the people go to a hole to see if the groundhog will raise his head. If the groundhog raises his head, it symbolizes that summer will be coming soon. If the groundhog does not come out of his hole, it means we're going to have a long winter. Is this something that we can participate in? Why or why not?
No, we were not participating in that because the groundhog is not in control of the world, the earth, the
okay,
weather.
I want y'all to answer based on what is Islam based on? Well, that testimony of faith and our pledge. So don't give me no storybook answer. I want you to tell me what is it violating in regards to what we believe in and our allegiance.
Okay, it's associating partners with the law. That's how I see that. And we don't do that.
So what part of the religion is it violating?
This is going against our morals as Muslims, because as Muslims we're not superstitious people.
So what part of that shahada? Remember, guys, like I told you yesterday, every question, anytime that you are faced with a scenario in life, ask yourself, number one, does this violate the lawful or the unlawful? Number two, does it violate that shahada? So I want you guys to start thinking like that. If you're saying it is wrong, what is it violating?
It's violating la ilaha illallah.
Okay, how?
Because we believe that Allah is in control of everything and not no damn groundhog.
Okay, so what part of that shahada is in violation based on the meaning of the shahada? What part of the shahada that y'all no Muslim thinks of? That's this whole thing is about. What part of the shahada is it violating? I see I got to train y'all to.
Allah alone, it has the right to.
Okay, and what part of the shahada is that?
The decree.
Wala Wal Bara. Come on, people. What part? Allegiance. Exactly, Shams. Allegiance to who? What?
Allegiance to Allah.
Exactly. I want y'all to start thinking like that. Muslims today don't think that way. The companions did. Whenever you're faced with a situation, is it violating my allegiance to Allah? Is it violating my allegiance to the Prophet Muhammad? Or is it violating my religion? That's how the companions thought. When Islam spread from out of Arabia to Rome, the Arabs, the Muslims were confronted with things they've never seen before, such as bathhouses and things like that. They would ask, wait a minute, is this violating my allegiance to Allah? Or is it violating my allegiance to the Prophet or the religion? The religion is the lawful and the unlawful. Allah means violating something that imposes on him. The Prophet is something imposing on his sunnah. So I want everybody here to think Wala Wal Bara. That's what I'm trying to teach y'all to do. Wala Wal Bara. Wala meaning allegiance to Allah, the Prophet, or the religion, or the Muslims. Bara means distancing from anything that contradicts that. So, what about Arbor Day? No, let's do a different one. What about Sweetest Day? This is another holiday here in America. It's called Sweetest Day. For those of you who know what Sweetest Day is this something that we should participate in? Why or why not? Sweetest Day. Sweetie Day. It's like Valentine's Day, but you have a sweetheart. It's called Sweethearts Day. Is Sweethearts Day violating anything? Is this something that we can participate in? I'm going to buy you a box of chocolate because you're my sweetheart.
No, this is having association.
Okay, what is it violating?
Oh, it's violating our religion, Islam.
Wala Wal Bara.
Yeah.
What is it violating?
Islam, our belief system.
What part? Wala Wal Bara is part of your belief system. What part of your belief system is it violating?
Our morals.
This is hard. You see again, Sheikh Kareem. Dr. Jamali, you listening too? You see? My teacher, Sheikh Morsi, got a long way to go, don't we? I cannot get these people to think Wala Wal Bara. I can't get them to think that way because they have been programmed and conditioned all their life to not think this way. They've been programmed and conditioned to think that the Shahada means that I testify that there is only one God, and that's Allah, and Muhammad is his prophet. They have not been trained and taught to understand that the Shahada consists of having allegiance to Allah, allegiance to the Prophet Muhammad, and allegiance to this religion. So they can't answer that way. We had a long way to go, guys.
That one, that goes against La ilaha illallah.
What part of La ilaha illallah? Y'all just using Arabic.
To Allah.
Y'all using Arabic, y'all. Now they going into the Arabic trap. What part of your belief system? Our belief system consists of having allegiance to Allah, allegiance to the Prophet Muhammad, and allegiance to the religion and the Muslims. What part of that belief is Sweetest Day violating?
Allegiance to Allah, because Allah commanded us to stay away from
No, that's not violating allegiance to Allah. Allegiance to Allah, or allegiance to the Prophet, or allegiance to the Muslim, or allegiance to the religion.
To the religion.
Why is it violating our allegiance to the religion? This is why they did worse than this yesterday, Amina. Now you see how I got frustrated. They're not thinking. They're like they're programmed. It's like you guys are brainwashed. Okay, how does it violate our religion? How does Sweetest Day? You got it. Your answer's right, Ifti. It's right. But now speak, articulate, explain how it violates our religion.
It's not part of our belief
How
system.
does it violate it? What makes it not part of it? What's wrong with it? What is it about it that makes it not part? Remember, we have to be able to articulate. The innovators, the Ruway Bida, they have the gift of gab. They can sell you a seat in hell. But you guys can't get it out. What part of the religion is it violating? This is when you go into whether it's lawful or not and why it's not lawful. So how does Sweetest Day violate the religion of Islam? Now you go into it.
Yeah, because it encourages the mixing of the sexes and all.
And fornication and adultery.
Fornication, yeah.
That's how you answer. You guys are going to have to train yourselves with this. You're going to have to start thinking Wala, which is allegiance, and Bara. Your whole life is spent based on that. Any choices we make. What about this? I just got a job proposal. I got a job proposal to come and work as a secretary for the mayor of the city. Is this a job I should take? Why or why not? Who wants to try that? I was just offered a job as a secretary for the mayor of the city. Is this a job that I should take? Why or why not? Y'all see how Wala Wal Bara happens in everything. What do you ask yourself to figure it out? Number one, does it violate allegiance to Allah? Number two, does it impose on allegiance to the Prophet? Number three, allegiance to the religion. Number four, allegiance to the Muslims. Figure it out. You offered a job. You guys will come to me and say, Sister Laila, can I take a job as a secretary? You know, the mayor is hiring a secretary. Can I take that job? The answer I give you is based on that. Is that violating? Come on, guys, think. This is easy. You guys can't do it? Amina Fresno, let's hear from you. Fresno.
I don't think it's violating none of that stuff.
Why? Yeah. Why not? Tell them why.
It's not. It ain't got nothing to do with the proper peace and blessing of Allah be upon it. With Allah, with the religion, and nothing. It's just a job for me to provide for my family.
Exactly. That's an example. Anything that you face in life, guys. Okay, you look at the job. It's just a job as a secretary. I'll sit there and take notes for the mayor. I'll write down whatever he has me write down and type up his papers. It's not pledging allegiance to anything other than Allah. It's not contradicting the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad. There's nothing haram about me doing that, so it's not violating a religion, and it's not causing harm to the Muslims. So it's a lawful job. Y'all see? If you think Wala Wal Bara in your everyday life, you'll be able to make the right choices, because everything begins with and ends with Tawheed. It's all about understanding what La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah means. This is what y'all have to be learning, that Shahada and its meaning and its ramifications and stuff. Not this political garbage, not Arabic. You can speak Arabic till the sun rises. It ain't gonna save you. Do y'all know 30% of the Arabic world are Christians? I tell y'all that. Not all Arabs are Muslim. 30% of the Arabic people are Christian. Arabic is a language. It ain't nobody's religion, and it ain't saving you from no hellfire. It's Aqidah, Aqidah, Aqidah. If we understood what La ilaha illallah meant, we wouldn't be asking, what about this? Can I wear the color yellow? I'm a Muslim woman. Can I buy a dress that's the color yellow? How would you deal with that? I want to know, can I wear the color yellow?
Yes, because you're not violating any of the Lord's laws.
What?
You're not violating the law, you're not violating the prophets of Islam, you're not violating any Muslims, and you're not violating the religion.
Okay, the way you would answer is, does this impose on allegiance to Allah? No. The color yellow has nothing to do with allegiance to Allah. Is it violating my allegiance to the Prophet Muhammad? It's a color. It has nothing to do with that. Is there anything in a religion that mentions anything about women wearing yellow? No. So go ahead and buy the yellow dress. Y'all see that? Wala Wal Bara is everything. What about this? You at a restaurant. They serve you. Let me think. You at a restaurant. On the menu is a hippopotamus meat. Hippopotamus meat. Can I eat the hippopotamus meat? And answer based on Wala Wal Bara. What about it? You're served hippopotamus meat. What are you going to do with it? Do you eat it or do you turn it back in? Hippopotamus meat.
Hippopotamus meat don't have nothing to do with the religion. It's not unlawful. It ain't nowhere in the Quran where Allah say you can't eat no hippopotamus meat. It'd be my choice if I want to eat the nasty stuff.
Do y'all agree with that answer?
I'm going to disagree.
Why would you disagree?
Because
What
this
is it?
violates the Wala Wal Bara with belief in Allah, because Allah already defined the lawful and the unlawful in terms of the foods we eat. And hippopotamus has those teeth that is against our religion, and that fangs or whatever they have. Their meat is not lawful.
She's right. That's the daughter of Ismail. Exactly. Wala Wal Bara. I'm being served hippopotamus meat. The first thing I'm going to do is, wow, look at this. Does this stand between my allegiance with Allah? Does it stand between my allegiance with the Prophet? Does it stand between my allegiance with the religion? Yes to all of it. Because like she said, Allah told us the categories of meat that we can't eat. And our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us any animal with fangs and horns, we have to, those type of tusk, we have to stay away from. Okay? So it contradicts my religion. So take it away. Y'all see, everything, even the lawful and unlawful, has to do with Tawheed, La ilaha illallah. Y'all see that? That shahada is everything. What about this? Your brother is graduating from college, and your family is throwing him a graduation party. Can you attend the graduation party on behalf of your brother? What do y'all think?
Yes, we can attend the graduation party because it doesn't go against anything of Wala Wal Bara, but it does encourage for us to keep the ties of kinship.
Okay, what do y'all think of her answer?
I agree.
Yes, I agree.
Exactly. You know, this ain't showing allegiance to anything. It's not contradicting my allegiance to Allah. It's not contradicting my allegiance to the Prophet Muhammad. It's not violating his sunnah. This has nothing to do with worship. It's not contradicting anything that's lawful or unlawful in a religion. It's not harming any other Muslims. It's just a congratulation party for my brother, for the sacrifices he made to get his college degree. There's nothing wrong with that. Y'all see that? So again, if we understand Wala Wal Bara and incorporate it in our everyday lives, and this is going to take time, we have to train ourselves to work that part of our brain that we've never worked. We have to start thinking Wala Wal Bara, Wala Wal Bara, Wala Wal Bara, allegiance to Allah, allegiance to the Prophet, allegiance to the religion, allegiance to the Muslims. Is this something that's going to take me away from my religion? Is this something that's going to take me away from Allah, take me away from the Prophet? Brother David, why did you say no? What's wrong with your family giving you a graduation party? What's wrong with it, Brother David? What do you think is wrong with a graduation party? It's just a get-together where your family is serving food because you finished college. Why do you say that that's something that we can't do? What is it violating? Is it showing allegiance to something other than Allah? Is it showing allegiance to a sunnah other than the prophets? Is it destructive towards the Muslims? Is it violating anything lawful or unlawful in Islam? That's how you guys figure this type of stuff out. What does the word party mean? Why is party? Who said party is not Islamic? Who said gatherings are not Islamic? The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us that the angels of mercy walk the earth night and day, looking for gatherings of believers who remember Allah. So what's wrong with a party? A party is an English word that means what, guys? It means a gathering. That's why I tell y'all, look, have an English dictionary handy. I have a degree in English. Okay? A party is a gathering of people. Where does Allah say that we can't gather? In fact, Allah encourages us to gather together in groups. Even when you travel, the Prophet said, no man should travel alone. He has to travel in a party of at least 3. So how is party not Islamic? Party means gathering. So we have to be careful too. And I'm glad that Brother David brought that up, because a lot of us don't understand the difference between language and the religion. You may think party means get naked and drink. That's not what party means. Party means to gather in a group. A party is a group. Look it up in dictionary. That's why it's important for American Muslims, because American English changes every day. I tell all Americans to keep a dictionary in their pocket, because we don't know the meaning of American words. And we're trying to speak Arabic. Lord have mercy, save us from ourselves. Yeah. So we have to think like that. You know, Islam is not hard. It's easy. It's just that, like the Prophet said, we have to think, use our brain and think, dig it up. Okay. What about this? My city, the city that I live in, has garbage day. Garbage day. This is the day that you can take any garbage in your house, any boxes, any old items that you don't want anymore, and put them outside. And the city will come and pick it up and take it away from you. It's called garbage day. Can I participate in that? Why or why not?
You sure can. There's nothing that's going to go against our allegiance to Allah, our allegiance to the Prophet, our allegiance to Islam, and to the fellow Muslims. That has nothing to do. So you can participate in garbage day.
Now you thinking, Geechee. See how easy that was? Geechee got it. My Geechee got it. She probably made it a song in her head.
You know I did.
That's right. Again, what's wrong with garbage day? It ain't got nothing to do.
Can I add something?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is good because it enjoins the good, and Allah loves the cleanliness.
Exactly. Plus, it's something that Allah would encourage, because Allah loves cleanliness. Allah teaches us to be kind to the earth, be kind to his creation. So you darn skippy, I'm participating in garbage day. I'm getting ready to get all my stuff out the closet and put it on out there. Hello. Don't tell me I'm going to hell because I celebrate garbage day. Subhanallah. What about this? Your neighbor, your next door neighbor died, and your neighbor is not Muslim, but their family has invited you to the funeral. So, can you go to this non-Muslim's funeral? Yes or no, and why?
No, our neighbor has rights to us, but we can't go to the funeral, so we can just send our condolences.
Okay, but why can't you go? What is it imposing on? What is it about our belief system that it's imposing on? Is it contradicting allegiance to Allah, allegiance to the Prophet, allegiance to the Muslims, or allegiance to the religion? Wala Wal Bara, which one?
Everything because of Wala.
Why? Your answer's right, but explain it. You're right. How does it involve? How does it? Okay, let's take it. How does it violate allegiance to Allah? How does going to my non-Muslim neighbor's funeral violate my allegiance to Allah? Anyone?
It violates allegiance to Allah because this is disobeying Allah when Allah tells us that we cannot attend the funeral of the non-believers because we can't pray for them.
MashaAllah, number one, it's disobedience to Allah. Allah is clear. Allah tells us that we cannot attend non-Muslim funerals because we cannot pray for them. As he told the Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we cannot pray for them. He told the Prophet that when the Prophet tried to pray for his mother, the Prophet, Allah said, your mother is in hell. You cannot pray for her. It's too late for that. She's done. So this destroys my allegiance with Allah. How does it destroy my allegiance to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Which is really the same thing. How does it destroy my allegiance to the Prophet? Again, because it's disobeying him. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was clear. He said we cannot attend non-Muslim funerals. We can bury them, like he told Ali, go and bury the old man. But we don't go to their funerals. Allah says, obey me and obey the messenger. And of course, it violates the Muslims because it's disassociating away from our own and instead taking in a people that's not of us. They're not of us. Good job. And it's violating our religion because of all the above. MashaAllah. Y'all see how easy it is. If you understand the concept of Wala Wal Bara, you guys will be able to make better decisions in life for yourselves. What about this? Your mother, she died. You're the only one that can handle her burial. Can you? You're the only one living. You're the only one living. She has no other relatives to handle her burial. Do you handle it? What do you do? Why or why not? Your non-Muslim mother died. You're her only relative. Do you handle her burial? Do you arrange her burial? Why or why not?
Yeah, if you're her only relative, yes, you arrange her burial. You bury her.
Why? Why?
For the same thing that you mentioned earlier with the Prophet when he told, who did you say he told?
Ali.
Ali.
Exactly. In that case, then you handle it. Because as Muslims, we bury the dead. Even if it's a kafir, we ain't gonna leave no dead corpse lying on the ground. We bury them. We don't take part in all that other crap, but we make sure we handle the burial arrangements and all of that. Does everybody understand that? Is that clear to everybody? So again, guys, the concept of allegiance is everything. And that's what I wanted to go over with you guys again today, because yesterday you guys struggled so hard with this. And being that this is the weekend, I didn't want to move on any further in the book until y'all understand, you know, how to implement Wala Wal Bara in your everyday lives and your everyday choices in life. Everything should be about Wala Wal Bara. My mother instilled that in me when I was a kid. Wala Wal Bara. Maybe because I grew up in the 60s, the civil rights movement. Only Muslim in my area.
I have a Miss Laila, I have a scenario that goes to what you're saying, and I need an answer to it too. So I'm going to be an intern this summer, and my internship is allowing me to participate in World Refuge Day. So
what is it?
World Refuge Day.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Like Refugee Day.
What about? Okay, what do you? Okay, go ahead.
So that's why I was asking, can I participate in that?
What is it for? What does they do? They, you know, America has a World Day for everything, even groundhogs, like I showed you. So I don't know, what do they do with this day? What's the point of it? What is it? What do they do?
It's like I guess is like dedicated to refugees around the globe.
What do you do? Help them? Send them money or something?
There'll be refugees from all over the country that come and just show their culture and stuff like that.
Oh, this ain't no charity?
No, it's part of my internship.
So, oh, these are refugees that came to America and they're showing how good they live in?
Yeah, it's called World Refuge Day, where just like, you know, refugees around the world come together. I just showcase their culture, and then I get to and there's people that speak and just welcome them and stuff like that, I'm guessing.
Okay, now you ask yourself, what are you going to ask yourself to figure out if it's lawful? Does it violate your allegiance to a law? Is it showing allegiance to something other than a law? Is it worshiping something other than a law? Put it this way. Is this entail worshiping something other than a law?
No.
Okay. Does it contradict the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Does it contradict something that he said? Did he tell us that we can't deal with the refugees or anything?
No.
Okay, does it impede upon the lawful and the unlawful in religion? Is there anything in Islam that says that you cannot work as an intern with the people that came from other countries?
No.
All right then, so what's the answer?
Yes, it's lawful then.
Yeah. Yeah. What's wrong with that? They're coming they're showing how they made it to America. Whatever they do. Yeah, America has a day for everything, even a day for the cockroaches. The cucaracha too. They got cockroach day too here. Some places you can go down south and eat cockroaches. Yeah. So that's what I want you guys to do. I want to try to train you to use your brain to think of Wala Wal Bara. That shahada is Wala Wal Bara, allegiance to Allah, allegiance to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, allegiance to, what about this? You see a Muslim, after they get through making salat, they blow in their hands and wipe over their face and body. What about that? Is that violating our shahada at all? Blowing in my hands, wiping over my face when I make dua?
Yes, it goes against everything that you already mentioned.
Exactly. It goes against allegiance to the Prophet. The Prophet Muhammad didn't teach us to do that. That's an act of worship. All acts of worship are haram unless the Prophet told us that we could do it. That he didn't mention nothing about blowing in your hands, wiping over your body. So that shows you have no wala towards the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Innovation. What's so dangerous about it? It destroys your allegiance to the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It destroys our allegiance to the religion. It destroys our allegiance to Allah. See, everything falls in that category of Wala Wal Bara, and that's all part of that testimony of faith.
Lady, you're gonna beat me up for this, but I was having trouble with the Wala Wal Bara. I didn't, in my heart, I don't quite understand why I got to use that Arabic term in order to understand what you're saying.
You ain't got to use Arabic. Say it in English. What does it mean in English? Say it in English.
Well, that's it. I want to hear it in English because I didn't hear our prophet say Wala Wal Bara. So
Wala is an Arabic word that means what I've been teaching for the past year. Allegiance. Allegiance to Allah, or allegiance to the Prophet, allegiance to the religion, and allegiance to the Muslims. Bara is an Arabic word that means distance myself. Distance myself from anything that opposes Allah. Distance myself from anything that opposes what the Prophet Muhammad came with. Distance myself from anything that opposes my religious belief, and distance myself from anything that's going to stand between me and other Muslims. Y'all understand? This is what Islam is all about. You know, it's just that you guys have not been programmed to think that way. You've been programmed to think that the Shahada just means I believe in God and Muhammad is his prophet. That's not what the Shahada entails. We just haven't been taught that right. It hasn't been implemented in you enough. This is for all of us. That's why we can't function right. Y'all get it? But I want y'all to be aware of the term Wala and Bara. This is basic Arabic that you should know. Just like Tawheed, you should know the meaning of that word. Tawheed refers to the oneness of Allah. Aqidah means your belief system. You don't have to know how to speak Arabic, but like Dr. Ali was saying today, there are certain Arabic words every Muslim should know. I mean, just common sense it. I've always taught Wala Wal Bara. I've always taught the awliya of Allah and the awliya of Shaitan. My whole series on the criterion. That's this. That's Wala Wal Bara. The allies of Allah and the allies of Shaitan. That's Wala Wal Bara. Yeah. Okay, what about this? Let me give you another one. Wearing a toupee. If I am a Muslim man and I'm going bald and I decide to wear a toupee, is that in violation of my testimony of faith? Is that in violation of my pledge of allegiance? And if so, how?
It's a violation of our allegiance to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because he did mention in a hadith where it was in regards to a woman and her daughter was losing hair, and she did ask the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was it permissible for her daughter to wear a wig? And he said no. Also, we as Muslims cannot wear fake hair on our head, and that is violating that part of the Shahada to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Yes, and that's a violation. That's the lawful and the unlawful. And so to violate the lawful and the unlawful, you're violating our religion. That's it. Exactly. So even when it comes to the lawful and the unlawful, guys, that falls in the category of Wala Wal Bara too. If you believe in Allah, you will accept all his laws, whether you like them or not, whether you agree with them or not. That's why we have to be careful imposing laws into this religion. Anyone who imposes a law into this religion has violated their allegiance to Allah, because only Allah has the authority to make things lawful. Only Allah has that authority, not you, not me. And that's why to tell these brothers on the internet, stop going around calling people kafir and telling people that they got to boycott. That ain't no law in Islam. There is no law in Islam where Allah commanded us to boycott anything. So we have to be careful imposing laws and conditions. When we impose laws and conditions, we're violating our allegiance to Allah, because only He has that authority. That's why I tell y'all, be careful using the word haram. When you use the word haram and you don't have the clear evidence, the clear nas to support it, you have violated your allegiance to Allah. That means your shahada is null and void. Because if you believe in Allah, you believe that only He has the right to make something unlawful. Not you, not me. I can't sit here and tell you just because I don't like the color green, it's haram to wear green. No. Allah, unless Allah says you can't wear green, I have to keep my opinion out. I can't sit here and tell you just because I don't like tall men, that tall men are haram to marry. You know, we can't do that. But we find Muslims doing that every day. They're violating their allegiance. They're violating that shahada. We have to be careful. That shahada is a testimony of faith, and it's a pledge of allegiance. That's why I tell y'all, take them flags off. We don't wear flags. Who said that? The Prophet Muhammad, when he received the order to fight against the Quraysh, hold on for a second. It's this, yeah, there it is. Yeah, my computer did a flip. Hold on. That's what happens when you work in all these cameras. I think I'm back on now. Yeah. So that's when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said the standard of Islam will be la ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, not no flag or no tribe. That's why I tell you Muslims, y'all better take them flags of Palestine down. That contradicts. Oh yeah. Those flags of Gaza contradict allegiance to the Muslims. We don't have allegiance to just one part of the world. No. That nationalism, that tribalism, that racism, that's not a part of Islam. So all y'all with those Palestinian flags, y'all going to answer to Allah for that on the day of judgment. You probably answering for it now in this world. Because I want y'all to remember something too. Whenever we violate the laws of Allah, Allah tells us that He will punish us twice. He will punish us in this world, and He'll punish us in the hereafter. So that could be why a lot of y'all got some hanky-panky, stanky lifestyles going on. Allah could be punishing y'all for that tribalism, that nationalism, that racism, that division that you have created. All right. Okay, I'm going to stop right here for today. I want to remind everybody that at 9 o'clock, we have the class on the prohibited imitations, which is the book by Sheikh Muhammad Saeed Atli. We will be covering pages 21 through 26 of that book. Pages 21 through 26 of that book tonight at 9. Okay? So I'm going to close out for right now. Subhana kalahuma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Are there any questions before I leave out? Was this clear to y'all today? You guys did better. Ugh, my allergies are so bad. You guys did better answering the questions today. I think you guys are starting to get it. It's a little bit, I know you got to train that part of your brain to think this way. But it can be done, as you guys can see. All right, I'm going to close out. I'm going to close out for right now, and inshallah, I'll be back at 9.